I saw a tweet message from Adam Conover, who used to do stand up in New York City, and he got picked up for whatever show, I forget. He did stand up briefly, did improv sort of briefly. I would like see him around Williamsburg, and then he got scooped up into Hollywood, and I saw him post this video message like, "What you can do to help," and I was just like, "Oh, like who is this?" Like, no, real people don't really care very much about Hollywood. It's like you guys are kind of on your own. Regular people don't have time. Regular people. Adam ruins everything. Thank you. You know what? I actually really do want to find that video of his because it was funny to me. Do, do, do. Wow. I thought he would have way more Twitter followers at this point. Okay, he's doing interviews on the street. Okay, I want to play this. This is funny to me that they think regular people care. Okay, so this is about how can you, a non-union member, support the strike. So this is a message directed at, like, I guess, non-union actors. So, like, I don't know, a background actor.
So the number one question I get is, how do I support writers and actors on strike? Do I cancel my streaming subscription? What do I do? Here's the answer. Neither the Writers Guild nor SAG-AFTRA is calling for a consumer boycott right now. Instead, we're asking people to do three things. One, post on social media,
Most
boost our
guys.
message, say you stand with us.
What does
Number
that even
two,
mean, standing with them? We're not you. Like, what? We still have our jobs to get up and go to every morning. What does that even mean, stand with you? Like, you're striking whether people care or not. So I don't understand that part.
follow our strike rules. Do not do the work of a striking writer or actor. That's called scabbing.
So no, they don't want the non-union people picking up the jobs of the union people. But union people get paid way, way more. I think they get better craft services, if I'm not mistaken. I briefly dabbled in background acting, and it was not fun. So they're like, even though you don't get the benefits of the union, even though while we're striking, don't pick up our jobs.
We have facts
Don't benefit from it in any way.
on our website that explain exactly what we're asking of non-members and what work we're asking them to refrain from. And finally, and most importantly, donate to the Entertainment Community Fund. This
Donate,
is an
guys.
incredible nonprofit that supports writers, actors, and any crew member who needs help paying their rent or their medical bills. Every dollar you donate there will go to a writer, actor, or other entertainment worker in need. That helps us stay on this picket line longer, and that helps us win. We are so grateful.
Yeah, but the crew members aren't picketing. I think the crew members are getting the most screwed because the actors and the writers are striking, but like the guy who holds the lights, the teamster, like they fucking didn't want this to happen. I feel probably the most for them. Ugh. It's hard to care about the actors and writers. It really is. And they can get plenty of gigs on the down low, can they not? Especially when they come off so smug. Exactly. The crews are in different unions. Okay, I should know this. I really should know this. My dad was a teamster. So, it's hard when I read the other day, like, a typical Hollywood writer makes, like, 260K a year. I was like, "What?" Like, "You'll be fine, I think." It's hard to feel bad for people who make so much more than you. This is funny. I always love a Hollywood in Toto article. Tim Dillon drops brutal truth bombs on woke Hollywood and strikers. I love Tim Dillon. He is just such a breath of fresh air. Many comedians use their stand-up routines to score partisan points. Just watch any Stephen Colbert monologue on CBS's The Late Show. That's a variety program that used to air before the writers went on strike. Tim Dillon, by contrast, is much harder to read. Oh, is this a little snippet?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tim Dillon Show. I want to explain.
He's funny. The comedian uses his podcast monologues to play devil's advocates, satirize what the appropriate angle is on a given issue, and zig when everyone expects him to zag. It's not impossible to glean some truth bombs from his podcast. A great example, his recent show explored the dueling Hollywood strikes, the woke Snow White film, and related topics. Hollywood and the machine is going to shrink now. It has to. There's 600 shows. Nobody's watching a lot of them. It's not sustainable, Dylan said about the current strikes and the likely fallout. One reason why? YouTube's channels deliver the kind of content that consumers crave and for less. Shows like mine cost a lot less to produce than these shows. We have more people watching this than a lot of the shows being produced by streamers for millions and millions and millions of dollars, he said. Long term, the sustainability of the business model is being called into question. The comic also addressed one of the biggest battles raging in Hollywood. Will artificial intelligence or AI cost actors and writers their livelihoods? Yeah. How do you not worry about that? It just might. And for, you know what I should do is like have AI uh, write some jokes for me and see how that goes for just for content. It just might, and for a reason too few people are willing to say out loud. They're not giving up on AI. If every industry in the world is using AI, Hollywood is not going to take a moral stand. This is the business that threw women into the fire pits for when they spoke up about anything, except for a couple of years ago during the Me Too explosion, Dylan said before adopting the voice of a generic studio executive. Well, we care about humans and we don't want to displace any human beings. They're trying to accelerate AI so much they never have to see another actor or writer again. I'm sure they love that, right? Because it's less that they have to pay out. He segued to a topic few, if any, Hollywood executives will broach in the public arena: woke. You can't keep ruining everything with this crap when you're where you're hiring people based on race, sexuality, and gender, and not level of talent. I'm not saying you can't find both, he added. If you're going to do this thing where you remake movies so that they're morality tales where people are going to learn lessons, audiences are just going to fucking not watch them. They're not going to care. And we're already at that place right now. He brought up recent images from the live action update of Snow White, a project that ditched the seven dwarves for woke reasons. Do you know who the new Snow White is? Dylan Mulvaney, because nobody learns a lesson, he, he cracked. Alluding to the TikTok's impact on Bud Light sales. She's coming to a screen near you. Oh, he put in my tweet about Snow White and the seven-figure loss. There they are. Only one dwarf, and the rest just all look like different roommates I've had over the years living in New York City. Then he noted that most actors and writers aren't rich, famous, or handsomely compensated for their skills like the A-list talents are. Once again, that's a theme few Hollywood journalists will explore. There's so much inequality in the entertainment business, right? He asked, even though it's, quote, a progressive and liberal business, there's an insane amount of inequality. Later, Dylan imagined a warlike strike where lives are ruined, blood is shed, and the two sides pull out all the stops to win. Like in the movies. He's not cheering on violence, but he imagined a war in cinematic terms. Let's make what the movies aren't: fun and watchable, he cracked. Snow Brown and the Seven Clowns. That's funny. Love Tim Dillon. I enjoy his takes. Oof, it just seems like a bad time to strike. What's up, Ghost Crusaders? My friend is an actor and is non-union. He was in a scene in Stranger Things. He made 5K for one day and they cut his line out of the episode. They also paid to fly him down and put him in a hotel. Wow. That's incredible. I mean, 5K. That's like, I feel like that's what, several months of work? Damn. Well then, I guess I should have stayed in showbiz longer. I was in the background of a Jennifer Aniston movie. Gosh, the title was something involving cooking, but we were at Grand Central in the downstairs kind of area for the shuttle, the gray shuttle train that goes from Grand Central to Times Square, and we were there shooting literally all night long. I think they wanted us there at like 6 or 7. We shot all through the night. It was brutal. It was summer. It was hot down there. I don't know why the fuck I did it. I think I got paid 70 or $72 and there was no food. I was like, "Showbiz, let's do it." Johnny mumbles, "It's a different time. Why support these D-bags that shame fans for calling them out on the message? Does anyone really miss Jimmy Kimmel's comedy?" No. It hasn't been good for a very long time.